I will give you uncompromising, unvarnished truth because that is what Dirt Now is and always will be.
Dig in, dig deep, deserve what you reap. Don't you know the truth will set you free?
During the time where Courtney was pregnant with Coco, the paparazzi was just, they were insane. Partially because they had been sort of trialing our whole, experience in becoming pregnant and having the baby. And it collided with a time where the paparazzi were kind of becoming more renegade. There was a new agency out there that consisted mainly of a bunch of sort of gangsters, sort of more in your face and confrontational. And that was the germ of the idea. Then we developed it in-house.
It was John Landgraf who said, I like the idea, I like the premise, I want to buy it, let's do it, but I want to set it in the world of tabloid magazine.
They came in and they talked about wanting to do a show about the paparazzi and about the world of celebrity. So we decided, you know what, the show really ought to be physically located at a magazine.
Matthew Carnahan is fantastic. He did take the seed of an idea and created this unbelievably complex world with unbelievably complex characters.
It seemed sort of fated and inevitable when I went for the meeting with Courtney, and there were literally paparazzi crawling on the apartment building across the street from their office, trying to get photographs through the window. So I think it just had to happen.
Being on a show for 10 years where I was with just hysterical people all day long, that was one thing. But this show has really challenged me, and I think all the actors that are here, because it's such a serious drama, even though it's funny, but it's dark. As far as an actor, I just feel like we're all pushing each other and challenging each other, and I think we put together an amazing group of actors.
Come on, sex, celebrity, scandal, bring it. Battle of the Bulge. Who's packing among Hollywood leading men?
Wow, okay, and make sure while you're at it, see who's faking it.
Oh, Chris.
When we went through the process and we read a couple drafts of the script and we thought about it, as much as we thought Don was a really great character, really original character, and ought to be a lead character in the show.
Thank you.
What it seemed to us is that the world we were trying to depict isn't really the world of the paparazzi. The paparazzi are an arm of the world of tabloid and celebrity journalism in general.
Okay, listen, there is actual reporting involved in what we do. Our readers want to know that people actually screw up and that they actually sleep with hookers and that they lie.
The main character ought to be someone who runs a tabloid magazine.
Okay, guys, I will answer every question and more in the pages of Dirt Now magazine.
So I wrote a draft based on moving her to the forefront.
God damn it, yes!
In which Lucy was now the main character and Don was, I think, the other lead, and the friendship between them was kind of the emotional heart and center of the show.
She hadn't even toyed with the idea of doing television again, but this really made sense to her, and it was a great character, something she could really sink her teeth into.
I know you're loving the torture, Spiller, but really our sex lives are of no business.
Brent?
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah.
She's your co-actor, she's your boss, she's involved in everything. She provides craft service, doesn't she, Gare? Doesn't Courtney provide craft service too?
No, don't clench, Brent. You'll get hemorrhoids.
The funniest thing for me is watching her sort of develop this character, and really the way the crew just loves her, and the way that she has this freedom to get darker and, embrace her sexuality and show these levels of her character and her sort of experience that she's sharing with people. That's been the most amazing thing to me.
We just spent a lot of time just talking about the character dynamics and how things were going to play out for the people on the show over the course of the season before we started breaking the stories. It served us really well.
Because we are on cable, those stories and those characters can be explored a lot more freely than we could on network TV.
Stay away from her.
What's she gonna do? Suck my blood? It was a delight to read each script because it was a new clue to where it might ultimately go. And of course, they don't tell you where it's gonna go.
Did I do something wrong?
Could you just pull up your pants? All I can think of is that you're out of toilet paper. If you want to add something or you say this doesn't really make sense to me, they say, okay, well, what do you think you'd be saying? And you just sort of work it out, which is really nice.
You know, we're not getting squat.
Follow her home and wait till it gets dark.
And do what?
Go through her garbage. So, still exploiting the dead girl next week?
I don't know, Brent. Still exploiting the live girl this week?